So people, look, we've watched Miss Garzone do some work with Stan and Mainaka. That's her ghetto name. Now we got Jemarcus out here about to do some work with one of our puppies we produced. She's going on about 6 months old, or 5 months old, right?
5, yeah.
5 months and some change. This is Nala off a hot shot. I would think, and I would encourage you to do, as we just talked about people earlier in the other episode, is try to find the things that make people tick and then speak to their energy as well. We know how important energy is, right?
Yes, sir.
So where she was carrying nervous energy, you can see every one of her nerves. Jemarcus could be overzealous, then he gets too serious in like 2 reps.
Yeah.
Sit down! You know what I mean? So he turns up too fast. He was like, bruh, that ain't the move.
She don't like me when I'm angry.
Just to continue to practice, speaking to the people,
Yes,
because that's who's talking to their dog. Think about those things as you're walking through this circle.
All right. So the last time we were together, we were working on some stays. I want you to check back in and see how you're doing with that.
Nala, come here. Come on, baby. Come on. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here.
Sit. Stay.
Free.
Good girl, Nala. Good girl, mamas. Good girl.
Hey, Nala, come here. Come here, baby. Come on. Come on, boy. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Sit. Stay.
Free.
Good girl. Good girl. So when I do free, do I need to step back as well?
You can start associating her moving with that free command.
Gotcha.
All right, try it again.
Okay. Nala, come here, baby.
Work on your posture.
Come here, mamas. Come here. Come here. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Sit. Stay.
Free.
Good girl.
So
Good
did
girl,
you see
Nala.
the level of attention difference that she had versus you being this way?
Yeah, I did actually.
She's like, okay, what's going on? I need to really be at attention because they're going to echo your energy. Like you literally just said.
Yeah.
They're going to be what we want them to be. So if we're going to be kind of timid, for lack of better words, like, can you please do this? She's going to be like, well, what's going on? What's going on? But when you were like, hey, sit, boom, I'm up here, she was like, ooh, okay, this is cool.
Yeah.
And it's building that conditioned response whenever you work with the dog is what you want. So you're going to get so used to being in this position, and that's what you're going to be when you do get nervous. You're going to overcompensate. You're going to be, okay, a little tense. So she needs to be used to seeing that in a comfortable mindset, if that makes sense.
Gotcha.
So you want to practice like you're going to play, and when you play, if you go to compete or anything like that, people will literally laugh at you if you're like, come on, front, dog. So you're going to be overcome, front, and the dog's going to be like, okay, he's standing up straight. I know what to do.
Yeah.
And that's the kind of level of conditioning that we want the dog to be doing.
Gotcha.
So take one step away. You got a good 5 seconds. That's a good boundary entry point. So you can probably take one step away, count to 3, and going back to her now.
Okay, gotcha. Nala, come here, baby. Come on, mamas. Come here. Come here, Nala. Come here. Come here.
Sit. Stay.
Free. Come on. Good girl. So that part, I step back and then free?
Yes, so you also want to slow down on your going back, because if you go free every time, she's going to think every time you step back to her, she's going to get a release.
So then
So slow down.
Okay.
Stay. 1, 2, 3. Go back to her. Calm. Then free.
Gotcha. So that
Good
pause
girl.
and come back. Gotcha.
Because again, sometimes you may be like, oh, I left my dog. Oh, dang, I got to go grab something else. And you don't want her to think just because you walk back to her, she gets to be released.
Gotcha.
So the practical application for that.
Okay. So I'm run back again? Okay. Nala. Come here. Come here, mamas. Come here, Nala. Come here, baby. Come here.
Sit. Stay.
Free.
Good girl, Nala.
Good girl.
This way you can also test and see if she's moving just because you came back, or is she actually listening to the words that are coming out of your mouth.
Yeah.
So the next thing is you want to make sure these are more heavyweight fighters, so they're not going to be floating around the ring like a Floyd Mayweather or Roy Jones or anything like that. So remember to keep your training area small.
Gotcha.
You can do all the training you need in about 3 feet. You don't need to use the whole backyard every time, because look, you're sweating. I sweat very easily.
Yes, this is
and
true.
I'm not sweaty, but she's getting a little tired because, again, the heat. You're doing a lot of extra moves, which necessarily aren't important right now, because we're not worrying about necessarily her moving. We're worried about her staying.
Okay.
So whenever you're doing any obedience, you can keep it close, and then you can start mixing it up where they get further away, but you don't got to go on an adventure to train the dog.
Gotcha.
So like, if we want her to come here, I think she's about to go. Yep.
She's about to call her.
You would not call her while she needs to go. But I moved back just a little bit, just a small amount, and now I got her attention. If I need to move her, I can move her, and I literally didn't even pick up my foot, right?
Yeah.
So it's just, you want to get to the point where you use your space effectively. You don't have to have 100 acres to train a dog. You can literally do it in your living room, your bathroom, on the porch if it's raining outside. So you don't have to have a lot of space to get the dog to pay attention to you.
Gotcha.
So again, we're just here. Stay. 1, 2, 3. Good girl. Free. Yes. Yes, I'm
In this, Jemarcus, what's the thing that you're picking up on that he's doing? Because I think there's got to be some keys that we still not outlining in these episodes. What the key is your dog working, you not.
Yeah.
There's the big thing. Is like when he said, hey, you rushing back too soon, like he talked about the bites, right? You got to make your dog work or it's no fun for the dog. Yeah. And everybody rushes back to the dog. It's like, look, the dog needs to be doing the work, not me. Yeah. I ain't running back 100 feet. That makes no sense. That defeats the whole purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There she goes, just like a mama.
Rushy and slushy.
So what questions do you have?
No, so if anything, more so just takeaways, because I know every single time I'm learning something new. So continue to obviously work on my patience, and then that part where, yeah, like I said, just not rushing, really taking that time to slow down. Even when I took that step back, walking towards her and then giving her that motion, that's the biggest part I picked up on. I would probably say the only question I guess I do have is obviously like in moments when like she kind of like looks the other way, like if I have her in that position, do we want their full attention, or is it okay for her to look away and then she comes back to you?
So at this age, as long as she's staying, that's what we're worried about.
Yeah.
Because we can always polish the attention, the duration, and all of that. If she's trying to do it correctly, there was a bird in the tree, so she looked over there.
Yeah.
I also want my dog to be paying attention to what's going on, because think about it, if you leave your dog in a downstate, somebody comes up, hits you upside the head with a baseball bat, if they're staring at you, they're going to see you get hit, but you've already got hit. I want my dog to stop me from getting hit by that bat. So if they need to look to the side, that's fine, but it's going to be what you're going to allow your dog to get away with.
Gotcha.
And there's competition stays where they should pay attention to you. Then there's going to be everyday stays, and there's going to be in the house stays. You know, so you got to make all of those stays make sense for your life.
Gotcha.
And that's what we train for.
Yeah. Okay. I think that's just that being too serious part of me at times. So okay.
But yeah, at this age, being serious does nothing to help you get to where you want that dog to be. If anything, it pushes the dog in the opposite direction, because now it makes interacting with you, if they don't do it right, now it's bad. Now you're mad. Now you're yelling at them.
Yeah.
And females are always going to be a little sensitive on that. You may start creating a bad habit when you do get a little tense. She's going to be like, I'm gone.
Oh, okay.
And you want to try to avoid those things. So at this age, fun puppy stuff, 1 or 2 times, she gets it. Good, throw the ball for her. Everything that you guys are doing at this point is all about building that bonding relationship between you guys, so she wants to listen to you.
Yeah.
Rocco hates water, absolutely hates water. He will literally shit in the house to avoid going outside and pooping in the rain. I've seen it 100,000 times. I let him out, he'll stand right at the back door. Come inside, be like, look, I'm not going out there. But on Top Dog, when he saw me go in the water, I was like, come on, Rocco, let's go, let's go, let's go. He was like, well, I guess this is what we're doing. This is what Daddy want me to do.
Yeah.
And the only reason that he got in that water is because of the bond and the relationship that we had. So build that at this age. Let her grow up. And then the more you do, then you start cutting the fat off of it. But right now, let her be fat as can be, as long as she's trying, and then we can always trim the fat as she gets older and develops more of an attention span, and you get more comfortable at communicating as well, because if you're nervous, dog's going to be nervous. If you're insecure, dog's going to be it. All of those things. But if you're confident, if you believe in the stuff that you're saying out of your mouth, that dog's going to believe it too, and that's what we want at the end of the day.
Gotcha. Okay. So with that being said, end her on a good note, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I do one more, make a real big deal about it. Super Bowl Sunday, run around the yard, have a little recess for her, And then that time you can tire her out a little bit. You can use the whole yard and have some fun with the dog.
Gotcha. Nala, come here, baby. Come on. Come here. Come on. Come on, Nala. Sit. Stay. Free. Good girl, Nala. Good girl, baby. I'm so proud of you, baby. Good girl, Nala.
There she go.
Good girl, mamas. Yeah, you did good, huh? Yeah, you did so good, didn't you?
Since she's 5 months. So first 4-6 months of the dog's life is very important. Do a lot of this kind of stuff whenever you get your dog. Just letting them want to be with you, letting them know that you appreciate them and you want to interact with them. You can get the commands, you can build the duration, the discipline later, but build that bond with your dog. It's undeniable that this is the most important thing with that dog. So, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. You closing out?
I'm gonna go bring the boss out.
We good? We gonna do some more work, and y'all stay tuned.
Come on, let's go.